guys, Zix here. Time for another episode of Minesaga Skyblock. It has been enough time now since the reset. I figured I would do some chit chat. I want to give my honest opinions about all of the changes. Well, let's say 90 to 95% of the changes. Some of the stuff I haven't even really messed around with, so wouldn't be fair for me to give an opinion on. I got my little notes here because I looked at their web page that explained all of the notes, and I wrote them all down one by one with my thoughts on them. So I'm just going to go in order down the list. The very first thing on the list is these shards. Oh man, I've got quite a few of these built up here. Need to save 2 of these. One of these. Well, that's not going to be enough anyway. The whole getting shards in your hands and converting them, I think this goes back a little bit to what I was saying before. If you guys recall, I mentioned that I felt like holding the key in your hand was a little bit more fun than you just go to a menu and you open the crate that way. So I think that was their mentality, and I'm not saying they took my idea. I'm not saying the shards thing is my idea. I just think that that's the mentality that they went with. I think overall, I think the shards and the shard menu is a good thing. I think it's a positive thing. So yeah, I'm actually quite happy with this. It is a little odd that you now go to a crate when you have the shard. In my opinion, you should go get an actual key and go somewhere and open it. But whatever, that's not the case. You get the shards, and then you get the digital crate key. Next on the list, which is actually not on their list, but they did change it. The actual crates and the rewards that you get from the actual crates. Believe it or not, I actually consider the drop party key to be the best key right now out of the list because of this here, the tier 3 hoppers. You're most likely to get your tier 3 hoppers out of the drop parties. Now technically they're in all these, but I mean you're only going to get 3 vote keys a day. And if you look, there's no T3s in basic, no T3s. There's decent stuff, but I mean, once you get these pets once or twice, and there's really not a whole lot of basic keys going around anymore because they got rid of key-alls. And then you look at your advanced keys, and of course there's T3s in the advanced keys, but again, you don't really get them too often. So they're not very good. And of course there's the legendaries, which you can get your T4s, but once again you're not going to get a whole lot of legendary keys. You're just going to get them from shards over time. And of course we have these, but we're going to talk about these a little bit later. Next thing, the XP shop. I just recently did a video on the XP shop in regards to the XP mine. Which I don't need to give you a review on the XP mine. You already know my opinion on the XP mine. It's garbage. The XP shop, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say this is a step in the wrong direction. And I'm not the only one that feels this. The odds to get a successful thing here, it's so low. It's so stinking low. And then you only get a shard. Now, it's much cheaper. Before it was what, 800,000 XP for the first like a common XP key back in the day. It is nice. But I would rather the XP cost was higher, and you got a shard every time. That to me makes more sense than clicking this button and spamming it like a fool, and then burning all of your experience, 1.5 million experience to get 2 basic keys, or maybe 1 legendary, or whatever. That to me is, or nothing. It's not very good. Let's just put it that way. And so we're gonna say I do not like the XP shop. And then of course you have is bank, which I have my paper in front of it. You have is bank here. Neat idea, but haven't really found a reason to use it. None of us really use this. So I mean, if we're online, we just do pay, and that works just fine. So we're going to be neutral on isbank because it's not bringing the game down. It just didn't really add anything. Um, is value as opposed to I have nothing in my hand, so that's not going to do anything. So you see over here. Give me something here. Is value instead of is levels. Okay, I guess it's just a different way of representing the number. In reality, it's not really a change. It just displays differently because, I mean, their point was they just put an arbitrary number on the levels, but I mean, they're putting an arbitrary number on the value. So what's the difference, really? One thing that I happen to love is the change to the rank permissions. Now, regular old members can place high value blocks, but they can't break them. And that also includes stacked blocks. So this, we're going to get a thumbs up to. Great change. A lot of us asked for that change, so I'm certainly not going to take credit for that one. That, well done. And we have the outpost, which I'm not going to go look at because people were capturing it a minute ago, and I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I like life. I think the outpost was a good idea, but I think the reward is not worth the effort. It's a 1.2x multiplier. So if you're going to be going to the outpost and fighting to hold it, to make 20% more income, I'd rather just AFK, honestly, or go to the mining world if that's what I'm going to be doing. At least I can be stress-free there. So we're gonna say the outpost was a fail. I don't think it worked out quite like they had intended. And I'm gonna say no. It's does not help the server. Two new creatures, cat creature and horse creature. The cat creature gives you more mob coins, which are worthless, and the horse creature gives you a faster crop growth, which on Jurassic, which really every realm but Western, which is a farming realm, is worthless. But even on Western, people aren't making money growing carrots. They're making money with cactus and sugarcane automation. So I'm gonna say two fails on the new creatures. Not helping the server, not making it more fun. Is top. They added 4th and 5th place on all realms, and the rewards are now the same on all realms. And I'm gonna say that's a good thing, positive. I had I had to restrain myself last round when I thought we were gonna get is top 4, and it didn't happen. And we planned on getting is top 4, and it changed our plans and our goals, thinking we were going to get it because of a very ambiguous message. But now they went ahead and they added it on all realms, and it's a great idea. Now the actual rewards for 4th and 5th aren't very good, but that's not the point. That's not the point. For me, it's not like I take any of the money if I win is top 1 anyway. It all goes back to the island. So it's not about that. It's about being the wiener. Next on my list, spawner upgrades. Remember how I said mob coins are worthless? Spawner upgrades with mob coins are worthless. I've recorded. I did some testing on that, and I don't remember if I did it before or after this episode that this is airing. But the results are that they're worthless. So we're gonna go and say no. That's negative change. Auction house. At first, I really liked how everything was split up, but after the fact, I didn't like it so much because I couldn't tell where stuff was. Um, and so what I ended up doing, did you see what I just did there? If you want the old auction, instead of going through these all one by one, you go search, you don't type anything, and you hit done, and you get everything. You get the old auction. And that's what I do now. If I want to go to the auction house, this is what I do every single time, which basically is telling me that the new auction is not working for me. I don't like it. I don't know where stuff is. It took me forever to figure out where boosters were going to go, and it's in other, not in rares. And XP is in rares for some reason. And then we have hoppers here, but there should just be a hopper menu. And so it's like, you know what? I'm just going to do this. So little tip for you guys. If you want to see the old auction house, go to search and just hit done and don't type anything in. But I'm actually going to say negative towards the new auction house. I'm not happy with how it turned out. Okay, now we've got the minion changes, or the minions if you do droppers. You got to watch my other video if you want to know what that's all about. There are 4 different changes to the minions. First is no more sponge from minions, and I actually like that change. We're going to give a double thumbs up for that. I never liked sponge in Cobble Gens from the beginning, and I hated that I had to do it. And I hated the lag that I was causing the server and others were causing the server by having these gigantic minion sponge farms. Positive. Doesn't help the game, doesn't help the server. Farm mode. The only reason anybody that I have seen is using the farm mode is to AFK extra alts. That's it. That's the only reason people are using the farm mode, because they got rid of the alt limit, which I think is another mistake. We got another mistake on that. We're not there yet. Well, I'll explain why. Just calm down. People are just putting alts on, and they're just sitting there, and they're just AFKing a minion over a carrot who's dumping it into a void or whatever. And that's all. That's all they're doing. That's the only reason people are using them. So thumbs down. Cell mode. At first, I thought the cell mode was kind of silly. Why bother? But since voids are very difficult to get now, if we go back to the crates, it's not that bad of a mode. No, I'm not using it because the way my farms are designed. But I think the cell mode is actually a positive. The gen mode, I also think, is a positive, and I did do a video testing the different possibilities with generators. I think that is a positive thing because you can put your minions anywhere now decoratively and have them on gen mode, and you get passive income, and of course you're getting the minions for free. So yeah, so overall we're gonna say a neutral on the minion changes. I'm gonna say neutral. Not great, not bad, neutral. Booster items, next on the list. 2 of the booster items, 3 of the booster items are completely worthless. The XP booster, because the XP shop stinks. The mob coin booster, because mob coins are worthless. And the farm booster, because who really needs to grow a carrot farm really fast? Yeah. The loot booster, on the other hand, is fantastic. Is freaking fantastic. I love the loot booster, and I buy them every chance I get. There's none in here right now. But every time one comes, someone's selling an iron generator for 100 million. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, crazy. That's never gonna sell. Um, yeah, there's none in here. But when they do come up, I buy them right away. But I think people are smart, getting smarter, and not putting them up there. So positive on the loot boosters, negative on the other three because they're worthless and they fill up my inventory. Tags. Tags on paper. Initially, I thought it was a good thing. Not anymore. Not anymore. All I need is more crap in my inventory when I'm opening crates. More picks, more sell wands with 20 uses, and tags. Slime arrow trail. OG tag. I can't take it anymore. Can't take it anymore. Remove it. It's terrible. Big, 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 big thumbs down. Mining world. I actually like the changes that were done with the mining world. Um, that's not going to work. Warp. Mine? Is that right? Or am I going to XP mine? I think I'm going to XP mine. I'm going to XP mine. Warp. Mining world? I think that's the right one. But now I can't see nothing. I like the changes to mining world. I like the enhancements. Yeah, I typically do Vein Miner and Invincible when I do go. Originally, I did Luck and Shockwave because the two together were pretty insane, but they eliminated that. Now Luck only works on ores. It does not work on all blocks. And so Shockwave was put back on, but Shockwave isn't very useful without Luck. But of course, Vein Miner is by far the best. Some people like to use Capitalist, but I go ahead with Invincible because I'm a big baby and I don't want to fight people. But we're gonna say yes, Mining World, good job. Of course, you know my thoughts on XP Mine. Next, we have these runes. And for me, there has not been a lot of use for these because the runes don't do anything in the mining world. We don't care about getting extra XP because the XP shop is garbage, and I don't do any PvP, so I haven't really used any of the runes for that stuff. So we're gonna go neutral on that because I haven't really done it much. The new packages, Elite, Supreme, forgetting one, and I didn't write them down, but you know what I'm talking about. Not digging the new packages. Gotta say, not digging the new packages. I miss mega charges. I miss treasure kits. Getting one now, while the little twirly effect is kind of cool. Not too big on the only getting one reward, especially when that one reward is 32 iron blocks or a throw wand. Now sometimes you get a random rank, but you got those in the old rewards plus the 32 iron blocks and the sell wands, and you got like 9 random items, and then you got a chance at a good item. And they didn't really change the prices. So not too happy with how the packages were changed. So we're going to say a big, 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 big thumbs down. We spent a lot of money the first couple of days. Not me, but some of the people on our island spent a lot of money, and we used our voucher from the previous round on the packages, and no, no, not good. Not good. Sorry, I'm reading chat and I'm wondering if I need to block what they're saying. No. No. They're just chit-chatting about putting a shop together. Parkours. I don't tell Zix. Recording, by the way. So shut up. Oh boy. Parkours. We do not get free parkours anymore. So that's a little disappointing. I miss doing them. I've actually gotten messages from people that miss me doing the parkours. So that's a little disappointing. Like I understand the thought process behind it, but the maps aren't fun enough to pay for them. So unless people buy them for me or they give them away for something, you're probably not going to see any more parkours for the rest of the round. I feel confident that I've seen all of them, so we're not going to do them. However, the parkour maps are great. Thumbs up on the parkour maps, thumbs down on the fact that they're not giving them to us anymore. But I do understand. Droppers, I love all the new droppers. Love all the new droppers. They put a lot more detail to them. Thumbs up. Random gen. The random gens. We're going to go neutral on that too. So, first 2 weeks of the round, random gen, pretty useful. Pretty useful, not going to lie. The majority of our island levels and the fact that we were in the competition that we were in is due to the random generators. However, and I'm going to give you a little preview as to how we're doing here. We earn like 5 billion a day, income-wise, give or take. By the time this airs, that number will double. So the random gens are worthless now. They really are. They add literally nothing to our level that compared to what we are adding with our income. So they're not so good anymore. And I mean that's always been the case with generators. You get them early, and they kind of become obsolete pretty quickly. And they made some changes to them as well to kind of reboot them, because originally people weren't buying them anymore because of how worthless they are. Now they're giving them away for free, but you have to buy the pages and the charms, or the grade charms, to upgrade them for things like auto sell, which everybody wants auto sell on them, which is genius, by the way, by the owners. Very well done, because not only are now people back into generators, but they're paying to upgrade them because they're getting them for free. And I'm not saying like they're being sneaky about it. I'm not like being sneaky like that's a negative. I think it's a positive that they found a way to bring life back to the generators. So we're going to call it a plus. While they're still obsolete after a few weeks, it's a plus what they did with the generators. Of course, we now have the end world, which I'm not going to comment too much on because I shouldn't be here with this stuff on me. Yeah, here. I haven't really done a whole lot here, and I haven't been able to go to a dragon event yet because they do the events at a time where I'm, speaking of which, generator grade, someone's upgrading a random generator. Oh boy, you guys are in for a surprise. Oh, you're in for a surprise. We think we're going to have a pretty good island level. You guys are in for a surprise. You're gonna regret buying those. Anyway, I can't comment too much on the end because I haven't spent too much time here. There were a lot of glitches with the dragon just flying out of the world. So I don't know if we're gonna call this a successful thing or not. What am I doing? How? Yeah, I'm not doing that right now. FP, they added new fast plays 4 and 5. I need to hurry up, getting a long video here. 4 and 5 fast place, love it. Let's see, they got rid of Hopper. Hopper is not handled. Oh noes. They got rid of Hopper, and that is great because now, as you've seen, you just get the T1, the T2, the T3. A lot of people were throwing hoppers into the void because they were messing up how they were doing it. So that's fantastic. Of course, they added the T4s, which they're so rare that it's hard to even really comment on them. I haven't even bothered with filtering them, simply because I only have like 20 of them. We have 250 hoppers on our island right now, and 20 of them are T4s, which is kind of, it's not enough to really make a difference. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all of the list there. There was something else I mentioned earlier in the episode that I don't remember what it was to comment on later. That's gonna really bother me. Maybe I'll put a little caption on the bottom. Maybe that'll work over here somewhere. Right here. I have no idea how that's gonna work out in editing. But anyway, overall, my overall review of Minesaga 2.0 is positive. Positive. There's a few things that I don't like, as I mentioned, but overall, was it worth the 2-week wait? And I'm gonna say yes, it was worth the 2-week wait. But I hope they don't stop there. Keep changing, keep listening to people. Keep listening to people. Keep doing what you're doing. What's he doing? Throwing shards at me? Why? I don't want those. Not those. But that's gonna do it for this one. I really appreciate you guys. I want to hear your thoughts on the changes as well. If I forgot something, let me know and I'll mention it. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and as always, take it easy.